do you know you are an effective person? Or shall we say, how do you know when you are an effective individual? You likewise need to have objectives, an arrangement, and take a stab at progress. You act with integrity and care, and you are surviving to reach out of those goals in your life. What are the habits of highly effective people? In order to change a given situation, we must change our lives. And in order to change our lives, we must be able to change our perceptions. And I know that not just only me. Do you believe in that also? Right? But how do highly effective people make progress? The way that highly effective people make progress is by working backwards. Example, if you want to be a film director, you know that spending with table tennis, playing with badminton is not the best use of your time. Instead, by watching cinematography, by learning on it, is the best use of your energy to focus on. I know that you agree with that. So, what are the habits of highly effective people? First, be proactive. What does it mean by being proactive in our life? We chose the scripts by which to live our lives. We can use our self-awareness to be proactive and take responsibility for our choice in life. Proactive people, however, recognize they have responsibility, or that what we call responsibility, which Covey defines as the ability to choose how will you respond to a given stimulus or situations. We may suffer a hindrance in our studies by the tasks that given to us, but being proactive, it means that by pursuing our goals, by continuing what we want to achieve in life, we can achieve that. Next, begin with the end in mind. Start with a clear destination in mind. Covey says that we can use our imaginations to develop our vision of what we want to become and use our conscience to decide that values will guide us. Most of us find it rather easy to busy ourselves. We work hard to achieve victories. We are busy by taking up that promotions, higher income, more recognitions. But we don't often stop to evaluate the meaning behind our business. Behind these victories, we don't ask ourselves if these things that we focus on intently are what really matter to us. Really for me? Is it really important to me having that recognitions in life? So it is important to begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. In order to manage ourselves effectively, we must put first things first. It means that we need to prioritize what is important in our day-to-day action on base what is important and not what is most urgent. Right? In order to discipline or in order to maintain the focus in our life, we should have what we call discipline. But how? How we can use that discipline? We can use that to track towards our goals in life. We need to have that willpower to do something when we don't want to do it. We can use that discipline to continue to pursue and to achieve our goals in life. According to one author, The challenge is not to manage our time, but what is the challenge? To manage ourselves. Of course, in this 21st century, which is in technology or evolved, we are busy scrolling up, scrolling down, watching famous artists, liking their photos, watching their videos is a waste of time. So, it is important to put first things first. Another, how to be an effective people is we need to think win-win. In order to establish effective interdependent relationship, we must commit creating win-win situations. What does it mean? Creating win-win situation, it means that we should have that positive mind in every situation. According to Stephen, to go for win-win, you not only have to be nice, but what is important is to be courageous. Courageous that in every situation you know in yourself that you can do it. You can surpass all those things by thinking win-win or by being a positive one. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. What does it mean? One way to seek first to understand, then to be understood is that we should have that empathic listening. Someone have a problem, you should have that empathic listening where you can give advice to that person. Give them a piece of advice that could help that person to surpass his or her problem. I know that you are familiar with the saying, we need to put our shoe on their shoe so that we can relate what they are suffering or what they are experiencing in their lives. So it is important to seek first to understand, then to be understood. Next is synergize. By understanding and valuing the differences in another person's perspective, we have the opportunity to create synergy, which allow us to uncover new possibilities through openness and creativity. As a student or as an individual, we should have that open mind. We should have that broad mind, wherein we are open. Open for what? For new possibilities in life. If there is a possibility, we should have that courage to continue that path, to grab that opportunity so that it can help us to be a better individual, be a better person. A better person not just only to yourself, but to others. By inspiring others, by promoting others' courageousness, that behind struggles, there should be a brighter tomorrow ahead of you. Or shall we say, there is always a rainbow. What? After the rain. And I know that you are familiar with that. So it means that in every situation, in every problem, there should be a solution. I believe one of the saying that problem create because of the solution. So, very important is to be synergized in every situation. Next is sharpen the saw. Now, we're applying the be proactive, think win-win in every situation, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Sharpen the saw, it means that we need to apply all those things or those habits in order for us to live our life or to live fuller or to live fullest. To be effective, we must devote the time to renewing ourselves physically, spiritually, of course, mentally, and socially. Continuous renewal allow us to synergistically increase our ability to practice each habit. How to maintain our spiritual that can help us to be more effective by putting all our problems, our trials into Him. By helping with Him, all things are possible. Next is sharpen the saw. Now, we're applying the be proactive, think win-win in every situation, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Sharpen the saw, it means that we need to apply all those things or those habits in order for us to live our life or to live fuller or to live fullest. How to maintain our spiritual that can help us to be more effective by putting all our problems, our trials into Him. By helping with Him, all things are possible. All things would be easy. By trusting on Him, through praying, by their guidance, by His guidance, whether we can overcome our trials or our triumphs in life. Habits 1 and 2, which is the be proactive and seek first to understand, then to be understood, are focused on self-mastery and moving from dependence to be independent. We should have that courage to stand our own, to be independent and not depending on others. Habits 4 and 5 and 6 are focused on developing teamwork, collaborations, and communication skills, and moving from independence to interdependence person. And lastly, the sharpen the saw is a focus on continuous growth and improvement and embodies all the other habits by renewing and by applying all those things. So, the questions in your mind right now may be, how can be an effective person? It's not easy, I know, but it is possible. In what way? You have to start with the basics and work your way up. First, make a plan and stick to it. Second, always be learning and growing. Third, stay positive and focus on your goals. And finally, practice self-discipline and don't give up on yourself. These are the essential habits of highly effective people. If you want to be successful in any area of your life, you need to adopt these principles and put in the hard work required to make them a part of who you are. And now, are you ready to become an effective person?